Yes, ma'am.
Hey, it's Michaela and Katie from Park City Paranormal back with another podcast. And today we want to talk about the most frequently asked questions that our paranormal team gets. So, Katie has come together, made a list for us. So we're gonna see what people ask us most of the time, and we're gonna answer it for you.
All right. Question number 1. What's the best piece of equipment / your favorite?
Ooh, do you want to go first?
I can.
Okay.
Mine would have to probably be the REM pod. I really enjoy that just because we've gotten so much evidence with that, and just overall, it's just a really cool piece of equipment.
Absolutely. I agree. I was about to say the REM pod because, it's like it has the antenna on it. It has the lights around it. And if it's sitting in the middle of the room and nobody's over there and it just starts going off, it's kind of like, oh, yep, somebody's here. It's like a motion detector type of thing. How do I describe it to people who don't know what a REM pod is?
Just like a really annoying alarm when you wake up in the morning.
Yeah, it is kind of. And it gets sassy sometimes because sometimes it doesn't want to work. But basically what happens is you set it somewhere and it can only light up and make noise if something is touching it. If that, that electricity is going through the air, or that, like a person physically goes up and touches the antenna. Otherwise it sits there quiet without lights on. And then, if something touches it, it's like, oh,
yeah, it picks up on like electromagnetic field / heat and coldness. It'll kind of tell you about that. So
right, it has different colors, different sounds for the different things that it's detecting. So I would say that the REM pod is also my favorite. It's helped us a lot in situations because we could put it in one room, we could be in a completely different room, and then we'll hear ding, 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 then we know where it is. And we could be in a whole nother room, but because it makes that loud noise and those lights, we can easily find out like where the entity, I guess you could say, is. So yeah, awesome. So we both agree the REM pod is our favorite piece of equipment.
And if you don't have one, check one out.
Yes.
All right. Question number 2. What's the scariest thing you've experienced?
Oh, do you want me to go first?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Well, the scariest thing that I've experienced while being a paranormal investigator was our last cemetery investigation, which we're going back tomorrow. The last time we were there was Fall Ride up in Tomahawk Calvary Cemetery, and Katie will probably agree on this.
On Friday the 13th,
Friday the 13th. It was crazy. We both saw multiple times. We saw figures walking, and we have never seen that before on an investigation. We've maybe seen things from the corner of our eye, but we legit thought that these were people walking. And
we even drove around
to
go check.
Because that's scary in itself. You don't know who's walking through the cemetery at night, especially during Fall Ride. You don't know, like, if they're in their right mind, if they're on substances.
To be fair, running into a actual person on investigation is a lot scarier than running into a ghost.
Right. And so we wanted to cover our bases. We wanted to make sure that there was nobody actually roaming.
For our safety.
Right, exactly. Or an animal or something, because we've heard growling in that cemetery too, and we're like, what if it's a bear? What if it's this? What if it's that? And we could not find any sign of a person or an animal, so that was pretty scary. We just felt the scariest, creepiest energy after seeing those shadowy figures. Like, it took me... We had to sit in Katie's truck because I could not even get out of Katie's truck. She was parked like a foot away from my car. I didn't even have the courage to get out of Katie's truck and go into my car. That's how terrified I was to get out of the car, to get out of Katie's truck. And we got out of there so fast. We were there for like maybe an hour.
I was going to say like 45 minutes
45 minutes to an hour, and we drove all the way to Tomahawk, and that's how scared we were, and that's like we laughed, which is fine. Like, whatever, it's fine. So yeah, that's probably... at least one of the scariest. The other scary one that I can think of is when we were at Shaker's Bar in Milwaukee, and I forgot my purse upstairs, and I was not going up there by myself. The second floor, I believe it was, and we were downstairs where the bar part is, and I'm like, oh my gosh, we're about to go to the gas station, I think, to get snacks for our investigation that night. Get snacks, right? Exactly, and I'm like, oh my God, my purse is upstairs. I'm like, I am not going up there by myself because that's where all the activity is.
We were also like really new to.
Yeah, that was our first big investigation. Yeah, absolutely. And this is the third most haunted bar in Wisconsin. No, in the world, actually, not in the world, in the United States. Shaker's Bar, Milwaukee. And we go upstairs to get my purse, and both of us swear we could hear a little girl or just like a woman or something, a soft voice be like, "Hi." And we both looked at each other and we hightailed it out of there because that was terrifying.
It's like, that's not something that you should like really be afraid of, but like you're not expecting it.
Yeah, I was going to say you're not expecting it.
Scary.
And we were already on edge because we knew how haunted it was. And that whole place just has an energy where there's so many souls in there. There's so much spiritual activity in there that you can just completely feel it. And it just has your hair standing up on your arms like, no.
Yeah.
So we booked it out of there.
And one of my other ones that I was going to say for one of my scarier experiences is also at Shaker's Bar. When we investigated last January, I think it was there. Yep. And we were investigating the penthouse area. And I heard with my own ears, Mikhail didn't hear it in real time, but she heard it over the video that we got, that there was somebody running up the stairs at us.
Yeah, and I did not hear that in real time. But you can see in the video, she says, "Did you hear that?" And I say, "No, I didn't." But when we play the video back, in the video, you can hear the footsteps running. I don't know why I didn't hear it in real time. I'm deaf. But yeah, you can hear like that. As soon as, and then right after it seems to like come up the stairs, the REM pod goes off. So it's literally as if the spirit ran up the stairs in heels, it sounded like, which I would assume is Molly. She's a really friendly ghost. We love her. We love to interact with her. She's super friendly with the people that come in and tour the place and stay the night there. She is very familiar with us because we've been there quite a few times now. And it's almost as if she walked past the REM pod as soon as she got up the stairs. It was like right on cue with the footsteps. There was no denying it. So that was a really, like Katie said, creepy moment. But it was really cool too because we knew it wasn't anything evil. We knew exactly who it was. We knew what spirit it was. But yeah, freaky in the moment for sure.
But yeah, I was gonna say my other experience would have been that Calvary Cemetery. Like that was like the craziest amount of shadow figures I've ever seen.
Yeah, I've never seen one in my life up until that night, and I'm like I couldn't even handle it. I was gonna be sick. Like the energy there was so creepy. And so what do? We're gonna go back tomorrow and see what happens and see if we get anything. Because every time we've gone, we've gotten some pretty creepy stuff. A lot of growling, a lot of negative energy. There's this certain tree. And that's a whole nother podcast, but we'll continue on our list of frequently asked questions, and we'll have to do the podcast on Calvary Cemetery the next time.
Yeah, so number 3 kind of ties in with a little bit of what we talked about. What's your favorite place you've investigated?
For me, it's definitely Shakers. Shakers has the most rich history. It's the coolest place, in my opinion.
I love the history about it.
It's like the story is amazing. If you haven't visited it yet, make sure you do so. I think it's like $20 for a tour. You can get a pizza while you're there, while you're waiting for the tour to start. Jeffrey Dahmer used to frequent that bar, and it has so many, like the Capone brothers used to own it. Mm-hmm. It was a brothel. It was during the Prohibition. I mean, Katie and I could probably tell the whole story. We could probably give the tour at this point. We could talk about
Shakers.
Yeah.
Forever.
And it is such an honor that they have us pretty much every year at least. And so I mean, I would highly recommend it. It is so creepy, it is so cool, and definitely worth checking out, especially if you're in the Milwaukee area. Yep.
All right, then question number 4, where would you like to investigate / your bucket list place?
Ooh, for me, Bobby Mackey's. I know they're like tearing it down and rebuilding it. I don't know how that's going to work, if it's going to be the same thing, but I saw it on an episode of Netflix, and ever since then, or A Haunting, I can't remember which, I think A Haunting maybe, and ever since then, I really wanted to check it out, especially the basement area. I'm like, that is so incredibly creepy, and I would love to do that one. The Rogers Theater here in Wausau, I would love to do. It's a church now, and so far we haven't been able to get a hold of them to investigate, but if one day we could, that'd be amazing. I would love to, because I've heard some really crazy stories in there. The Winchester Mystery House.
Oh, I want to go there so bad.
Yeah, that's something that he wants to investigate too. The Winchester Mystery House is in California, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's something I would really love to check out too. The history of that is like wild.
One of mine I wanted to do the Conjuring house.
Yes,
really bad.
yes.
But I also heard that they now closed that.
Right. There's a whole drama deal going on with that now. So I'm not really sure if we would ever have access to it. But
and it's such a bummer.
I know. That's like my favorite series of horror movies. And especially
like, how could you not want to go there?
Right. You know what else would be cool? Have you ever seen Haunting in Connecticut?
I have not.
Oh, that one is crazy with a crazy story. I would highly recommend watching that one. I'm obsessed with that movie actually. And that's based off of a true story. I would love to see that house if it's still around. I don't even know if you can even go in there or even go buy it, but even just to drive past it, I'd be fine with that. We're trying to get into the Kemper Hall, because there is the story that the girls pushed the nun down the stairs and her head popped off and went flying down the stairs, and now there's the ghost of the headless nun, and how creepy is that in itself? I would love to go.
Why not? Scary stories. Let's go see that.
Let's go see it. I want to see me some headless nun. Absolutely. Yeah. So
my other place would be Sweet Springs Sanatorium in West Virginia.
Yeah.
I heard a lot of crazy things that have happened there.
Right.
There's like this negative entity like in the basement there that is wild.
Yeah. And the Axe Murder House, right?
Yeah, the Villisca Axe Murder House. But I heard that there's some stuff going on with that, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to get there. But
okay. Well, if the stuff blows away and it's available, that'd be on our list as well.
Yes.
The Lizzie Borden House would be kind of cool, too.
I heard about that.
Yeah. So we could go on and on probably about all the places we'd like to go, but and we'll find more in the future. But for now, I guess those are our bucket list places.
So then question number 5. Do you plan on doing more conventions / expos?
Oh, yeah. I love expos are probably one of my favorites, especially when we get to present at them. Those are my absolute favorite thing to do, I think, because we get to meet new teams from all over the United States, even England. One of them came from England that one year. And we get to share our experiences. We get to learn about theirs. We get to collab with teams. We get to learn, new methods of doing things. And we get to meet famous people from TV. So that's pretty cool, like Ghost Adventures and Netflix, 28 Days Haunted. So that's a really cool opportunity that we get to do, and we blow all of our money while we're there too on little ghosty gifts. It's
you gotta
amazing.
Support everybody, so
yeah, that's right. So we're gonna definitely try to do more expos because those are so fun, and we love sharing what we do with others, and
we just love interacting with people.
We do. It's so fun. It is just like a whole ghosty weekend, and we love it. So for me, it's just as fun as an investigation, if not more fun, because sometimes you can investigate at the expos like Broadhead Manor. Yes. I don't know if they're going to be doing spirits in the spring in the near future, but if they do, we'll probably be back and we'll hopefully get to present.
All right. Question number 6. Are you sensitive to the paranormal / can you sense when something's around?
Typically, yes. Not always, but I think it really depends on the strength of the spirit. Because there's been times where I didn't feel anything and then the REM pod just goes off. There have been times where I'm like, oh, they're here. And then beep, 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 beep. And then the REM pod completely mimics or responds basically to what I had just said and kind of confirms that there is something there. So, I mean, I've had it both ways where I'm like, yep, I feel really creepy. My hair's standing up on my arms, or I just have a weird feeling, or I heard something, or I feel like somebody's watching me. And then there's some times where I don't feel anything at all. I don't know about you.
Me, not too much. There have been times where you get to a place and you're immediately like, there's something with this room,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I think that's pretty much about it, where like, okay, I was right about that, but
well, that one time,
depends.
That one time, Katie, you did say, I feel like there's something back in that corner. And then that's when we got the crazy EVP of a man's voice, which none of us are men in our team. So that's impossible. Nobody was there with us. It was a clear man's voice, and it says, I'm back in the corner, like that. And Katie had literally just said, I feel like something's back in that corner.
That's true. That was another crazy place.
Yeah, that was one of my favorites, but we can't say where it was because it's a local business and they wish to remain anonymous. But yeah, that'd be so cool to go there again.
Oh yeah, it would be.
So
and the final question I have, here is, what would you do if you seen a ghost?
Everybody asks me that. We were just talking about that the other day. Literally, if I saw an apparition of somebody right in front of my face, or, I mean, even if a door slammed right in front of me or something got thrown across the room in front of me, yeah, I would probably scream and run. I honestly don't know what I would do. I would either freeze and like faint, or I would like hightail out of there and scream. Yeah, I would react like any other person would. I would be terrified because, you know, that's not expected. It's not normal. It'd be a whole Calvary cemetery all over again. It would be.
Get in the vehicle, sitting there for a second, and then
get up the courage to get back in my vehicle and get out of there. Yeah, you almost feel like an imminent sense of danger because there's something happening around you that you can't see and you have no logical explanation for. So when something like that moves or you see something, you're like, what? So yeah, when I saw those shadow figures, that was like, okay, I swear to God, that was a person walking and I couldn't figure it out. But yeah, if I saw just like a full-fledged person apparition right in front of me or like walking down the hall or something, yeah, I would probably freak out.
That's because you also don't know like the intention of the spirit at that moment in time. Like it might be like you heard like, oh, it's a good spirit or whatever, but you don't actually know exactly what intentions are towards you.
Oh, 100%. And it's like, how do you even protect yourself against something that you can't always see? I mean, you can see it for a split second, then it's probably gone. You know, so it's nope. Because you saw something in the house that you used to live in.
That's right. Yeah, I did. I grew up in this house when I was like 10, 12 years old or something like that. And that was the first time I seen a figure. And yeah, I mean, it's terrifying, especially for a kid to see something like that.
Right.
But, you know, that actually made me even more intrigued. So I'm glad that it kind of happened.
Right. Yeah. Everything happens for a reason. And that was, Katie became a paranormal investigator. Ever since that experience, she's wanted to learn more. I totally get that. A lot of paranormal investigators have experiences as kids, and that makes them want to learn more about it. Yeah. So I would react probably like any other person that is scared, and then
hightail it out of there.
Or hightail it out of there. Yeah, we would probably leave, or depending on how many people are with us,
go back in.
Get our composure. Maybe if we had more people with us, it'd be easier to like calm down and go back in with the group. But if it were just me and Katie, like we would probably leave, honestly. Yeah. I mean, or I might bring up, like sometimes I'll wrap a blanket around me. I'm a scaredy cat. I mean, but what keeps us going is our complete interest for finding answers. And so it's so interesting. It can be very terrifying when you don't know what's in there or what's out there. You know, you don't know what you're going to find, what you're going to run into, what the intentions are, like Katie said. But it's like, we just got to find answers. We want to get evidence. It's like an addiction. You want to get more evidence and you want to see what you can find and then compare. And, you know, it's really cool, especially at the expos, to compare your evidence at places. And then you're like, oh, I want to go see if I can find something there. And yeah, it kind of never ends. It's like eating chips. You just can't, can't have one. You have to just keep going. Yep. Cool. Was that all of our questions?
That was all of our questions.
Awesome. Well, we love when you ask us questions. We love when you share your experiences with us. We especially love when you share pictures with us so we can kind of analyze, you know, if it might be dust, it might be a bug. We try to find a rational explanation, but we've been sent pictures that we are absolutely dumbfounded by, and we have no explanation for those, and those are my favorite.
So if you do have a picture or you want to throw something at us, you can do so on our Facebook page.
Mm-hmm.
So feel free to, or just message us.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we'll start a trend, like drop your craziest paranormal picture in the comments below, and then maybe both of us will share it to our regular page as well, because we want to get a collection going. I think we do have an album actually on our Facebook page that's dedicated to, I don't know, fan pictures, like pictures from fans or something, or I don't even know how I labeled it, but pictures that were sent to us from other people.
Yeah, you'll see them on there.
Yeah, and
somewhere.
So your picture could be featured on our Facebook page as well, so make sure you check that out if you haven't already. We're going to be uploading more and more podcasts. We're going to aim for every other Tuesday, so this will be recording this on a Thursday, but we'll upload this on the next Tuesday, so by that point, we will have already been to Calvary Cemetery, and I'm sure that will be our next podcast. So stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for listening, And we'll see you next time. Bye,
Bye.
Katie.